Let's talk arithmetic. Python allows you to do the simple mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, but it has some handy extras. If we execute this cell here, you'll see what you'd normally expect, but let's go ahead and show you a couple of the interesting division ones. So if I try to do print 7 divided by 3, but in this case here I'm using what is called the floor division, which basically chops off the decimal part, so you only get back the number 2. There is also the modulo or the remainder, which if I do print 7 ampersand 3 and I execute this cell, then you would only get the remainder of that division. And then you could also do exponentiation. So if I do print 2 to the power of 3, and let's just give it some spaces here, you will get 8. Python also follows the usual order for operations, where it would do the operations within parentheses first, then the multiplications and division, and then finally subtractions and addition. When in doubt, just add everything in parentheses just so you make it clear. So let me show you a couple of examples here. If I have expression 1 and, oh, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Expression 1 was 3 plus 2 multiplied by 5. And then the second expression is 3 and 2 wrapped in a parentheses. And then whatever the result is will be multiplied by 5. Obviously, as you can see, if I execute this cell, this will yield 2 different results. So because of that, and to be extra explicit and clear, wrap your mathematical operations in parentheses where appropriate. If you have multiple nested parentheses, so for example, if I do something like this, it will always execute the inner parentheses first and then the outer parentheses. So in this case, this will still yield the same result. The only other operator or operands that I really want to talk about here is the augmented assignment operators, which basically means if I have a variable here, and let's say x equal 10, and I want to reassign the value so it is 10 plus 5, or if I want to add 5 to this variable, I could do one of two things. Either I could do x equals whatever the value of x plus 5, so this will be 15, or I could do x plus equal 5, and both of these two lines here basically mean the same thing. It doesn't only work with additions, it could also work with subtractions. It could also work with multiplications and divisions as well. So I could do something like this, and if I run it, let's see what the result is. Actually, we did not print out the value of x, so let's do that. Print x, execute the cell again, and here we have 250. In the quiz, I would like you to explain why the result was 250 and not just 50.